Good afternoon.
It's something.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Carol Bebout, and I am proud to serve as the assistant principal at Jonathan Alder High School. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony celebrating the graduating class of 2022. Please enjoy this day as we recognize these outstanding
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Lombardi, our class president. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
On Friday, May 20th, the Plain City community and Jonathan Alder High School lost someone near and dear to our hearts. Mike Palmer, a 35-year veteran of the district. Mike loved God, his family, his country, and all of his students and colleagues. Could we please honor Mr. Palmer with a moment of silence at this time? Thank you. At this time, we would like to recognize our valedictorians and salutatorians. Would our salutatorian please stand? Miss Ava Wayner. At this time, would our valedictorians please stand? Our valedictorians are Elizabeth Chin, Trevor Cox, Owen Detweiler, Garrett Ferguson, Mary Farido, Reagan Gray, Lauren Howe, Ashley Kelly, Jessica Kelly, Kylie King, Elizabeth Lombardi, Anna Medici, Matthew Quinones, Rincy Ricker, Jocelyn Zuro, and Olivia Zuro. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce to you our first speaker and valedictorian, Mr. Trevor Cox.
Good afternoon, class of 2022. I stand here before you during what may be the last time that we will all be together in one spot. I feel like we can all remember going to the computer lab in elementary school, typing in our school IDs, and thinking that the 22 in front of our usernames was so far away. Well, we finally made it. We made it through each progressive year to arrive at this point where we will all disperse into the world to face new challenges, experiences, and friendships. In that way, this event seems almost melancholy. Because of the smaller size of our school, we have all interacted with each other on such a frequent basis that makes leaving each other difficult. However, the future holds so much more for us, and this new expanse should excite us all. With that being said, I'd like to share a few of my thoughts about the future with you in this pivotal moment. We've all changed considerably since leaving the junior high school. It's amazing how much has happened in our little town in rural Ohio that has shaped each of us in innumerable ways. Our priorities in life have shifted as the years have gone by, and we've all come out on the other side of high school better prepared for the world ahead. Now, as you think about all the various aspects of your lives that have changed since the 8th grade, think about how many more changes you will undergo as you enter a completely new environment in whatever you are pursuing after high school. For all of us, the future is at the same time scary and liberating, and I think we should look upon it with a modicum of caution and an abundance of enthusiasm. Our new environment may at some point tempt us to make poor decisions. They may entice us to take the easy way out. They may convince us to downplay or to ignore the consequences of irresponsible choices. They may test a lot of our core moral values. Therefore, I implore you, class of 2022, to please put thought into every decision you make in the future, and specifically, think about how those decisions affect others around you. Even though we will all blunder at one point or another, as long as you wake up every day and choose to stay mindful of your thoughts and actions, you are doing your best, and there's nothing better than your best. Lastly, I'd like to point out that our class is not only defined by our talents in the classroom and in our extracurricular pursuits, but we are also a class comprised of amazing people. I know that we will continue our trajectory well into the future, and we will contribute so much to our world. Thank you to all of the staff, faculty, and parents who have helped get us to this point, and I'd also like to thank all of you for being such great friends and classmates and for helping to shape me into the person I am today. Congratulations, Jonathan Alder, class of 2022.
I would like to now introduce you to our next speaker, valedictorian, Mr. Owen Detweiler.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by welcoming all of you in the stands, all of our friends and family. I know I speak for all of us when I say thank you. Your support and guidance on this journey through our early years in this life has been vital to our success and is a large part in why we are here today. When I found out that I could possibly give a speech today, I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to listen to my own voice, which is why you find yourself in this terribly unfortunate position today. For the last 14 years of my life, since preschool, I've waited for this very occasion, to be done with school. But while I was never too fond of school in the moment, I will surely look back at all my time at Alder in a different light. I'm thankful for my friends and the different experiences I've had. I already cherish the good memories, and I even hold closely some of the bad ones because they kept me accountable and forced me to grow. I appreciate everything I've learned, even though, at times, I've questioned when I'll use some of it. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this class and to be talking to you right now. You've all heard these speeches before, and I have nothing new to tell you, so I'm just going to leave you with a few questions. Class of 2022, how did you get here? This planet, that is. What are you doing here? What is your purpose in life? And how are you going to leave? You see, for the last 12 to 13 years, we've all been investing in our future. We've been working, saving, studying, planning, and preparing for this moment and for what lies ahead. I hope that you can look back with dignity on everything you've done and accomplished. But I would be remiss if I didn't use an opportunity like this to mention your eternity. Investing in your future on this planet is great. There's nothing wrong with having stuff, with accumulating things and possessions, with building an awesome career, buying a huge house, nice cars, and going on lavish vacations. But what does it all mean in the end? The truth is that one day we're all going to die, and when we do, we can't take any of that stuff with us. Everything that we accumulated will be divided up to our children and family members, and everything we've done will eventually be forgotten. Now, I can't speak for you, but I definitely want to live for more than that. But I have good news. I believe that each one of you, including those of you in the stands, were put on this planet for more than just a life that leads to death. I believe that a creator exists. I believe that he made every one of you in his image, that he loves you beyond human understanding, and that despite what you may or may not have done, he wants a personal relationship with you. I believe that it is through this creator and living in relationship with him that anyone can be given eternal life. This creator I speak of is Jesus, and the Bible is very clear that only through him can one step through the gates of heaven. There's nothing we can do on our own to get there, no matter how hard we might try. I think we've all considered these questions at some point in our lives. I can say this because there's a God-shaped hole in each of yours heart. We can try to fill it with everything this world has to offer, but nothing outside of Jesus will suffice. Jesus said, "For everyone who asks, receives. Everyone who seeks, finds, and to everyone who knocks, the door will be opened." If you have questions, seek out the answers. Look for them in him. What you find will not be disappointing. It is at important milestones in our lives when we can really reflect with open, unhindered hearts. Do you know how you got here? Do you know what you're doing here? And do you know how you're going to leave? Do you know Jesus? I'm going to close with a short prayer. You can join me if you would like to. Father, I ask that you would pour out your Spirit over Plain City, over Central Ohio, and over our nation. Send revival. I pray that your saints would rise up in courage and faith, believing that the best is yet to come and that you are not done with America. Posture our hearts for what you are going to do and ready our minds to accept the mission you have set before us. I thank you for this day and for this opportunity. I thank you for all the memories, for the good times, and for being with us through the bad. I ask for your guidance over this class as we depart from here and go our separate ways. And lastly, I praise you for your sacrifice on the cross, because we know that only through you can we spend eternity in heaven. I ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. If you would like to know Jesus and fulfill your eternal destiny, I would love nothing more than to introduce you to him. Feel free to find me after the ceremony. Otherwise, congratulations, class of 2022. We finally made it. Now go out and live a life worth living. Thank you.
Our third speaker is Valedictorian Mary Farido.
When I was younger, I would ruin all of my family's mini golf outings because I would quit mid-game if I wasn't winning. I couldn't finish a game of Uno if I wasn't in the lead, and don't even get me started on Wii Sports. I'm not sure if it was my competitive nature or if I was just too afraid of failure, but I put so much emphasis on winning that I began avoiding certain things altogether, so I never had to experience losing. I found what I was good at and where I was comfortable, and forgot about everything else. But looking back now, I can't help but wonder what I might have lost had I not been so afraid to fail. Maybe I missed out on loving another sport, meeting new people, or having new experiences. But that's the thing about being afraid to fail. I'll never get to know because I didn't try. Now, it took me a long time to redefine what success and failure meant to me, but I finally came to a conclusion that I want to share with you all. Failure is nothing more than an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to be better the second time around. For years, I would let a bad game or a bad grade define how I felt about myself, and in doing so, I gave failure the power to discourage me rather than drive me. Regardless of your path, you will encounter failure, but it's not something to be afraid of. Embrace it and learn from it, and it will no longer be something bad that happened to you. It's just something that happened. So I want to take a moment to celebrate the fact that all of us are here today, despite the setbacks and failures that are important parts of our stories. To my classmates with an unlimited amount of potential and success on the horizon, you have a choice to make. In 30 years from now, you can look back with regret and wish you wouldn't have been so scared to try, or you can make the decision now to live your life courageously despite the possibility of failure. Choose wisely.
I would now like to introduce Miss Lauren Howe.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. These wise words were spoken by Ferris Bueller, and I feel they have never held more meaning than they do today. Whether you're thrilled or devastated, the reality is our 4 years of high school are officially over. Now, I hope you all stopped and look around at some point throughout your 4 years here at Jonathan Alder, but I know that many moments probably passed you by faster than you ever could have imagined because the same happened to me. It feels like just yesterday we were walking through these halls for the first time and trying to navigate our way to the classrooms we had never seen before. But now, in what seems like an instant, we know every inch of this school, have formed relationships with teachers and staff, and are on our way out the door. So, while I hope you don't feel like you've missed out on cherishing these past 4 years, I advise you to take this piece of advice into the next stage of your life and remember to stop and cherish the memories being made before you. Your next stage, whether it be college, the workforce, trade school, or the military, is guaranteed to also bring a new sense of power to us all. And as we all know from Spider-Man, with great power also comes great responsibility. We are about to take the first steps into the rest of our lives. And if that doesn't sound like a daunting responsibility to you, then I don't know what does. Now, our next stage of life may not be fighting supervillains or protecting the city, but it is a powerful opportunity to create the future we want for ourselves. So I invite all of us to accept the responsibility that is coming with this next stage of life and do our best to reach our marvelous potential. My next piece of advice for all of you comes from a galaxy far, far away, and was spoken by probably the wisest character to ever appear on a movie screen. None other than Yoda himself once said, "Do or do not, there is no try." After thinking back on our time in high school, I'm sure we could all think of things we tried to do and fell short. But one thing that stands out to me that our whole class tried to do many times was win the spirit stick. Despite our valiant effort and deafening screams, we were never deemed worthy by the powers that be. Which I think we all still disagree with, and I know I personally believed we were robbed quite a few times. But nevertheless, as Yoda says, what really matters is not what we tried to do, but what we accomplished both as a class and as individuals. Some of these accomplishments include surviving a pandemic, passing numerous exams, forming relationships with classmates, making TikToks in class, and today we add graduating to this list. No matter what happens after we leave here today, no one can take away everything we accomplished during our time here. I want all of you to know that these accomplishments, whether they be big or small, are something to be proud of, and show that all of us are capable of great things. So hold your heads high, because you truly have made a difference here in the halls of this high school, and you can make an even bigger difference as we venture off into the real world. As Robin Williams stated in the Dead Poets Society, no matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. The reason we are receiving these diplomas today is because we have spent the past 4 years working hard and filling our heads with knowledge. However, while we were busy doing this, something much more important was happening. We were each becoming unique people with our own thoughts, opinions, passions, and ideas. So now we each need to understand that we can use not only the knowledge we learned in the classroom, but use what we learned about ourselves to truly make a difference. It is our unique ideas, personalities, and talents that will change the world. Overall, I hope these wise words from these famous films help me to relay these pieces of advice and motivation to you all today. I have loved my time at this school, and I am confident that we, the class of 2022, can reach infinity and beyond if we believe in ourselves and just keep swimming past any obstacles that come our way. Thank you.
Our last speaker is Miss Elizabeth Lombardi.
Crew 22, collaborate, cooperate, and take pride in all you do. Almost 6 years ago, our class piled into Canaan's gymnasium where we were given our identity, Crew 22. The teachers outlined the characteristics of us as a whole and also made us sing, or lip sync for most, a cheesy song. Over the past 4+ years, we have demonstrated the 3 main qualities of what it means to be the Crew 22. Collaborate. To work together, to unite, to come together to solve a problem. We've worked together on academic projects, school productions, sports teams, within clubs, and under so many other circumstances. I truly believe that collaboration is what has led to our success as a class, on the field, in the classroom, and in the future. To cooperate means to get along, to respect another, to act in compliance. During our high school years, we listened to peers, coaches, teachers, and parents, at least for the most part. We learned to work respectfully with one another, whether in person, during hybrid learning, or even at home during a worldwide pandemic. In a world so ever-changing, I hope that we all learned how to listen to others and also voice our own opinions. Take pride in all we've done. We've celebrated accolades and accomplishments, whether it be our own, the person you're sitting next to, or your elementary school best friend. When asked what my favorite memory is from high school, I will hands down tell you that it was leaving for the volleyball state Final Four game my junior year. Looking back, I remember very little about actually playing in the game, but I remember everything about being sent off by our high school staff and peers. There's such a feeling of pride in the air, and it was because of how our school was acting. By the way, we could really use the support this Thursday during our softball state semifinal game. We play at 12:30 in Akron, so. In the future, I urge you to not only take pride in what you do, but also take pride in where you come from. Even though many of you hate to admit it, you are a part of Crew 22 and you did attend Jonathan Alder High School. Additionally, I urge you to thank each and every person who has guided you through the past 18 years of your life. I personally would like to thank Mr. Hayes, all of his tea talks during junior high, and also thank him for banning backpacks during the school day. I really appreciated that 40-pound tote bag every day at school. In all seriousness though, Thank you to every teacher, administrator, parent, and supporter of our class. Crew 22, as we turn over this new leaf in our lives, don't hesitate to remember the 3 characteristics of our graduating class. Whether you're headed into the workforce, off to college, or into the military, our 3 qualities will help you be successful. Collaborate, cooperate, and take pride in all you do.
I would now like to introduce to you Miss Elizabeth Lombardi, the class president.
Would all seniors receiving awards or scholarships as indicated through the QR code in the program or otherwise please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. As our class gift, the class of 2022 has donated a custom tablecloth apron to the high school.
Good afternoon and welcome. On behalf of all the staff and students of Jonathan Alder High School, isn't it an honor to be sharing this milestone in your life with you. I would like to thank the Jonathan Alder Local School Board of Education and Superintendent Mr. Gary Chapman. I would like to thank and recognize all employees of Jonathan Alder High School. Many of them have been instrumental in the people that you have become, and their commitment and dedication is like no other. We are proud of all of our staff and everything they do for our students. Thank you to the parents, guardians, and family members that are with us today. Your support, dedication, and commitment to your child in our school is greatly appreciated. Thank you for everything you do and continue to do each day for our students and community. Thank you to the veterans who are with us today. Without you and your sacrifice, we would not be able to be here and enjoy the freedom that we have in the greatest country in the world. Could I please ask that all of our veterans that are with us today to please stand? I would also ask that any of our students who have chosen to join the military, would you please stand? Thank you for choosing to serve your country. Would you all please remain standing? Thank you to all the first responders who are with us today and to our community first responders. Thank you for everything you do to keep us safe. Would any of our first responders who are with us today please stand? I would ask that any students who are going to be first responders, would you please stand as well? Members of the Plain City community, we live in a world where we celebrate athletes and entertainers, and they are glorified in our current culture. And while they are amazing people, I want you to look around. These are the real heroes. Can we please give another round of applause to these brave men and women? Thank you. Please be seated. Most importantly, I want to thank our seniors. Seniors, you are an amazing group of young people. And yes, we finally made it to this day. There are a few things I will never forget about you. The school record amount of tea talks that we were given to you in 7th and 8th grade. You outshined all the other groups, trust me. Your ability to sing at school dances, whether it's when the music quits playing at homecoming or when a certain song played at prom and I about lost my mind. It's quite amazing how well you can all sing together when the music goes silent. I will also never forget how well you excelled in the classroom, on the athletic field, or in the arts. And good luck to the seniors, senior softball players, and track athletes who will be participating this weekend. Lastly, seniors, I want to leave you with this. This is an amazing accomplishment, but what you do now moving forward is what really matters. Continue to have the same perseverance, passion, grit that you had while you were in high school, and especially this last year. Choose to invest in people and build relationships. You were created to have relationships and love others. In the end, who you have is way more important than what you have. Good luck in all of your future endeavors. Finally, congratulations to the class of 2022.
Mr. Mays, Jonathan Alder High School Choir, once again, outstanding job. Please give them another round of applause. All right, is it time? Jonathan Alder High School class of 2022, here we go. Members of the Jonathan Alder School Board of Education, President Mr. Steve Votaw, Vice President Mrs. Christine Blacka, members Mrs. Erica Detweiler, Mr. Bill McCartney, and Mrs. Sonia Walker. Upon the recommendation of the high school faculty and approval of Principal Hayes, and by the virtue and authority vested in them, I am here to attest and certify that these students before us today have successfully completed the graduation requirements as set forth by the Jonathan Alder Schools and the state of Ohio. It is my honor and esteemed privilege to present to you on this 29th day of May the Jonathan Alder High School graduating class of 2022. Yeah, it's okay. Congratulations. Mr. Hayes, Mrs. Bebout, you may now begin the presentation of diplomas. Here we go. Congratulations once again.
Elizabeth Maria Chin. Trevor Matthew Cox. Owen Maxwell Detweiler, whose diploma is presented by his mother, Erica Detweiler, an employee of the district. Garrett Cole Ferguson. Mary Kathleen Farido. Ashley Maureen Kelly. Jessica Lynn Ching Kelly. Kylie Marie King. Matthew Daniel Quinones. Joseph Andrew McLaughlin. Regan Lee Gray. Elizabeth Jane Lombardi, whose diploma is being presented by her mother, Maggie Lombardi, an employee at Plain City Elementary School. Lauren Elise Howell. Rency Lee Ricker. Jocelyn Lee Zero. Olivia Lynn Zero. Ava Elizabeth Weiner. Natalie Nicole Heflin. Annalise Rebecca Cowett. Kenley Ann Monin. Camille Noel Tonti. Ashley Marie Warren. Quentin Thomas Ader. Connor LaRue Beachy. Jacob Robert Brandel. Dominic Thomas Delapina. Ellie Christine Faust. Brandon Mitchell Gardak. Nadia Elizabeth Haynes. Caleb Aaron Husband. Mason Reese McFarland. Matthew William McMillan. Alexis Michelle Messer. Alexandria Lane Miller. Andrew Peterson Zonstein. Edward Joseph Rice. Kyle Andrew Russell. Macy Liette Schilling. Estella Marie Saloha. Olivia Lauren Hallman. Isaiah William Heyman. Brianne Lorraine West. Yannick Riegele. Elise Catherine Tillier, whose diploma is being presented by her mother, Kristen Tillier, an employee at Jonathan Alder High School. Emma Renee Van Winkle. Roman Van Roykhuizen. Katie Lynn Walter. John Lee Jordan III. Janice Leanne Jordan. Hannah Elizabeth Beach. Alexandra Victoria Lee. Noah Christian Mounts. Philip Gregory Greenbaum. Jackson Spencer Bennett, whose diploma is being presented by his mother, Angela Bennett, an employee at Jonathan Alder High School. Macy K. Miller. Eleanor K. Heisler. William Eric Heisler. Jessica Diana Rausch. Camden Wade Herring. Jaden Bo Phelps. Christian James Thomas. Jacqueline Cortez Cano. John Owen Braithwaite, whose diploma is being presented by his mother, Crystal Braithwaite, an employee of the district. Brooklyn Lee Banks. Patricia Carly Hall. Emma Angel Cantor. Raquel Starr Cantor. Emily Marie Slatzer. Sean Edward Slatzer. Shay Alexa Huntington. Matthew A. Saloha. Sergey Joseph Dutt. Sydney May Hermiller. Savannah Catherine Kramer. Daniel Levi Wisner III. Gavin Gregory Allen Nash. Winston Russell Yoder. Austin Michael Heiss. Levi Douglas Honingford. Grant Elliott Welsh. Emma Lee Ball. Evelyn Pamela Raya Osorio. Juan Pablo Osorio Narciso. Kara Nicole McKelvey. Jonathan Edward Chua. Marley Quinn Jacobs. Ethan Edward Troyer. Benjamin Ryan Cosgrove. Emma Kathleen Rector, whose diploma is being presented by her mother, Stacy Rector, an employee at Monroe Elementary School. Allison Sophia Byerly. Lexus Brianne Leisure. Owen Matthew Crabtree. Brooklyn Elizabeth Petersheim. Chloe Moiraine Sullivan. Brian Michael Olmos. Molly Marie Stevens. Angel Samuel Jimenez. Emma Jalen Snell. Amanda Noel Harris. Danielle Nicole Robbins. Colin Dean McDaniel. Evelyn Ray McDaniel. Nicholas Robert Sowers. Lauren Elizabeth Vaughn, whose diploma is being presented by her mother, Cindy Vaughn, an employee at Monroe Elementary School. Bethany Skyamber Lucille Clements. Jeremiah Jacob Carroll Clements. Cody Andrew Holland. Lorenzo Gabriel Oseguero Lagunas. Colin Daniel Komisarek. Ava Marilyn Smith. Satavia Alexandria Marie Kempton. Margaret Jane Malone. Tabor Jamison Headings. Kelsey Brooke Pack. Caden Lewis Hostetler. Sarah Jean Miller. Marina Monet Regal. Joseph Ross Walker, whose diploma is being presented by his mother, Sonia Walker, an employee of the district. Nicholas Eugene Smith. Lillian Norgrove Hall. Megan Darlene Reed. Chloe Elizabeth Thomas. Reed Robert Van Kirk. Michaela Ann Reitzel. Haley Abigail Liska. Price Andrew Watson, whose diploma is being presented by his father, Tony Watson, an employee of the district. Vanessa Lynn Trock. Via Nicole Riddlebaugh. Cooper Stephen McBride. Hannah Ray Brown. Lucas Dinsmore Ochoa. Landon Andrew Carsey. Betsy Azulani Cruz Clito. Jacob Andrew Zhang. Kirsten Emily Robbins. Lauren Alexi Robbins. John Alexander Kerr. Bethany Eileen Teach. Mackenzie Grace Rowe. Logan Garrett Chaffley. Taryn Danielle Ritchie. Cohen Tucker Murdoch. Dominic Isaiah Hawkins. Maxwell Jacob Schmidt. Carly Michelle Gavula. Henry Patrick Savillo. Colton Bradley Hinch. Hannah Elizabeth Belau. Erica Michelle Beachy. Jordan Alexia Jones. Tyler Joseph Beji. Chase Dakota Maynard. Jonathan Daniel Keith. Jacob Nelson Washburn. Zachary James Washburn. Jaden Michael Philip Truitt. Nicholas Dakota Finke Ashcraft. Leah Morgan Kent. Riley Logan Kent. Luis Eduardo Cruz Hernandez. Mason Rob Arbogast. Jeffrey Jr. Bay. Yuridiano Narciso Martinez.
Well, guys, let's make this official. If everyone could now please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater. The words are printed on the back of the program and will be displayed on the scoreboard.
Hey, they're all coming up here.
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Everyone have a safe trip home. Feel free to come down on the turf for pictures.